You welcome back. On a special interview segment today, we have a poet, an author, an educationist, and of course a journalist, a member of the NTA family, Chinedu Agbo. You welcome on the program.
Thank you very much
Yeah,
for having
the
me.
subject of our discussion is going to be on your book, Before I Die.
Yeah.
It's about Nigeria.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What prompted you? What motivated you?
Just as it is, Before I Die. Some people will say, if it is about Nigeria, how can Nigeria, which is inanimate, die? I think it's only maybe animate things that die because they have life. But Nigeria has life because it has living beings who are Nigerians. What the book is all about is like Nigeria is a country, I think the only country on the planet Earth that has everything, yet it lacks everything. It has everything because of the 53 known natural resources to man, Nigeria has all of them in commercial quantity. Yet, one could ask, what is the use of all these to the owners of those resources, Nigerians themselves? Given
so in your own estimation, or in your own, what is killing Nigeria?
I think primarily, I would relate it to leadership. Yes. I think Achebe, of blessed memory, referred to it in his book, The Trouble with Nigeria.
Good.
So I think what has brought us to our knees where we are today is because we have not had the best of leadership that everybody had desired. So I think that's the major thing, because if the head is bad, I don't think the other parts of the body will feel better.
I can see you are tempted to do sectoral review or assessment of a nation. And I can see something you call Parliament of Vultures.
Yes, Parliament of Vultures, yeah. I think the driver of any democracy all over the world is the parliament, because I'm sure that is what makes it democratic, where debates are thrown up and all that. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we have also had the best of the parliaments people have over the years desired for. Vultures, because vultures are known to just consume, scavenge, and all that. And unfortunately, that's what we have had. Our parliamentarians, they say they are representing us, but you see hunger on the street every day. Their pay, I think it should have a place in the Guinness Book of Records. I mean, their take-home, their salary and allowances. Today, nobody knows how much they collect, but they continue telling us they don't collect what people say they collect, as far as the fat pay that people say they collect.
So you believe they are preying on a collective wealth?
Of course, they are.
Now, I said something again, when governance goes on holidays.
Yeah. In other climes, politics, campaigns end with the time, of course, before the elections. But it's not so here. During after the elections, still people they still forget that party politics and the campaigns, electioneering, that all those things are over. People still continue thinking about this is party A, this is party B, this is PDP, this is APC, instead of giving the people the governance that they voted for. We get the other, the opposite. Still, I mean, people still concerned about what the party can get from the country, from the people's taxes. So that's why I say that here, instead of governance taking the center stage, it goes on holidays. They are still concerned about what they can get. And that is why here people do everything, including the ones that can be mentioned in the books and the ones that are unmentionable, just to get the power. That's why they call it capturing the power.
Okay. Your book has highlighted the social vices, the ineptitude in government that we all complain about in our country, leadership problem and challenges that we have. What do you hope to achieve? You want to catch the children young? You want to imbibe the right virtues in students and pupils that read your book? Or what's the focus?
Of course, yes. They say catch them young. Today we complain of bad leadership. These people who we call bad leaders came from somewhere. They went through primary school, nursery school, secondary school, and all that. So had it been that we had got it right in those school years, I don't think we'll have what we have today. So it's for the children, it's for the adults, it's for every Nigerian, everybody in the world who means well for our society. Because as I said, we have got it wrong because we didn't start where we should have started. But it is still early. With this book, that is the message. It's a clarion call to everybody.
Nature or nurture?
Yeah, nature or nurture. You see, do I say values, our values being eroded. People have, for instance, I also talked about foreign is better, preferring anything foreign to what we have. We have the best of things life can offer here. Unfortunately, we prefer some other things that some other people give us, from the West especially. Today, we even import toothpick to Nigeria. That's so unfortunate.
So two of us are in suit.
Yeah, and of course, we are in suit.
No thanks to colonialism.
Exactly. So even when we don't need those things. So
even when the weather is not conducive for it.
Exactly.
You still want to look Western.
Exactly. So that maybe you feel that by that is a psychological fulfillment, sort of. Maybe by that you'll be accepted by the West. But do you really need other people's acceptance of what you have before you tell the world who you are? No, we don't.
So you think this government, as a nation, we are not doing well in the area of promoting local content?
Of course, we don't. We are not doing enough. I think though efforts have been made in that direction. China is the way it is today because they have appreciated what they have, even their language. Today, we don't even answer our names that identify us. You see somebody who is from the southeast answering Benjamin Joseph. You're not a Nigerian, for goodness sake. Yeah. You see somebody who is a Emeka, even the Emeka, he has changed it to Emi. Chibike is Chibike. So you can't even identify the person as a Nigerian. And so,
as a native.
Yes. So it's so unfortunate. So that's what I'm saying. Those of our values are just being eroded. Oyibo, the white men, they cannot answer Chiemeka, for instance.
Or Femi.
Yes, to appease you. No. But here, if you go for baptism, for those who are Christians, the priest will insist you answer an English name. Why? Do English people answer your name when they are doing their baptism? No. So why must you answer theirs? So that's the problem we have.
Right. And despite the tales of woes painted in early chapters of the book, I can see our heroes past. You are paying tribute to our heroes past?
Yes. People say in Igbo, is an Igbo proverb that the blacksmith who does not know how to mold a metal gong should look at the tail of the kite. Today, as I said, one of our major problems is bad leadership. And we have had good leaders in this country. Yes, even these current leaders still refer to those people. So, but unfortunately, you see, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. You like what they did. Yes.
And something comes first.
Exactly.
As a condition precedent for going to heaven.
Good.
You must die first.
Exactly. So the cat must be bailed, but the problem is who will bail the cat. All of them cherish the virtues of those good leaders, the heroes we talk about. But none of them is ready to do what those people did to be heroes that they are today.
Then something is interesting here. Violence has no race.
Yeah, violence has no race. Today we talk about insecurity. Boko Haram, for instance. There's also a poem for them, Killing for God. Now, when this started, some people think that it is regionalized, is for these people. But today, we have seen that it knows no face. It has no religion even. When the Boko Haram people throw bomb in the market or in the school, it does not discriminate who is a Muslim or who is a Christian, who is a Northerner or who is a Southerner. So that calls for a collective fight because it's our collective problem. It's our problem. It's not their problem. It is our problem. And so we have to collectively provide a solution for it.
I can see that this book has an appeal across strata. Students,
yes,
pupils, and of course even adults.
Adults.
What effort are you making to push it out there so that it can get to the target audience?
Yeah, as you said, it's for everybody who means well for this country. For the students, I encourage them to do what they should do by getting copies of this book. Not because I am the author, but because it has a message for everybody, for generations. That is what it's all about. And if we have it and we imbibe what the contents are, we imbibe them, I think we'll have a better tomorrow. That's what the book is all about. So,
well, you wrote this book when? This is volume 1.
Yeah, that's volume 1.
Are we expecting volume 2, 3, 4, 5?
Of course, yes. That's
so
volume 1.
It's like a letter to my countrymen.
Exactly.
Highlighting the ills of the society.
Exactly.
Are we expecting anything from your stable very soon?
Yeah, very, very soon. As is also in the book where I mentioned that it's all about the good, the bad, and the ugly of our country. The Nigeria of yesterday, of today, and of course, of tomorrow. So it's progressive.
What has been the response?
Yeah, it has been wonderful. It has been wonderful.
Are you coping with pirates? Some people are.
That's another.
Your work has not been pirated.
That's another problem. The issue of piracy. The issue of piracy, and I pray that maybe the government. I pray that they will do something very serious that will take care of that, because it's really not helping when you have made efforts, spent sleepless nights and all that to get this type of thing done. Somebody somewhere we just wake up and do something and mess you up. So I pray and implore the government to do what they should do, because the government can tackle it. In other climes, it is not like that. But here, anybody can just do anything and get away with it. Okay.
You are an author, you are a poet, you are a journalist, and of course, educationist. Nigeria has another opportunity, 29th of May, to start on a fresh note, to inject new blood. What do you expect, as a social critic, as it were, from the new government?
Yeah, thank God, the same people coming in, some of them have been part of the government. They are all Nigerians. They know our problems. They say, he who wears the shoes knows where it pinches.
That's right.
So he who has anything in the mouth knows how it tastes. So they should know the taste, and I'm sure they know the taste. So all they just do is to hit the ground running and provide the solutions to our problems.
Chinedu Agbo, I want to thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Up next is Media Review. Stay tuned.